Welcome, my name is Bertrand de Quatpont and I'm a Group Product Manager for Adobe Experience Manager AEM. I would like to introduce you to the AEM demo machine. The demo machine is there to help creating reliable and fully functional demonstration environments for AEM. You can search for it on Google as it's an open source project hosted on github.com. The associated documentation can be found in the wiki area. You will find multiple pages explaining how to install, how to get started, and how to use the demo machine and all the associated demo scenarios. Then, from the home page, you can then download or clone the demo machine, which is the recommended way to get future incremental updates. So, from a terminal window, let's go ahead and clone the AEM demo machine project. So once this is completed, you will find a file named demomachine.jar that you can double click on to launch the primary user interface for the demo machine. If we try to create a new demo environment right now, then we're going to get a couple of validation errors. Indeed, we need some AEM bits and we also need a license file. If you have access to the Adobe VPN, you can actually download most AEM releases directly from the demo machine. Here, we're going to download the latest AEM build. At the time this is being recorded, AEM 6.2 in this case. On the other hand, if you do not have access to the Adobe VPN, then you will have to place manually the AEM jar file in this folder. The next step is just to add the license file to the dist/license folder. We are now ready to create our first demonstration environment. All we need is to select a demo scenario on the left-hand side, then give a name to our new demo environment. Depending on the scenarios, the build process will run from 4 to 30 minutes. Let's go through this in accelerated mode, and eventually we're going to end up with a brand new 6.2 environment made of 2 instances, one publish and one author, all pre-configured with common demonstration settings and packages. So we can just log into the author environment to make sure everything is up and running. So the new environment that we just created is now listed on the left-hand side. And you can see the commands that we can run against this environment. Here, we're just going to stop this environment. Now, let's imagine that we need another demonstration environment using the official 6.1 release and the latest feature packs and demo extensions for AEM sites. First, we can simply download the 6.1 release. Then, in order to download the feature packs, now is a good time to introduce the concept of demo machine properties, as the demo build process is responding to a large collection of configuration options. For instance, in order to be able to download packages from Package Share, let's configure our Adobe ID and the associated password in there. Then you can apply your changes or save them permanently. If you save them, then the custom options go into a build-personal.properties file in the /conf folder of the demo machine. There's also some properties controlling how to connect AEM to the Marketing Cloud, especially Adobe Analytics, Target, Social, mobile services, and some third-party integrations such as BrightEdge, Translations.com, or Livefire. You can manually configure the accounts and the status of the associated cloud services in there. Or, if you have access to the Adobe VPN, you can also download a set of ready-to-go properties from these systems. Then you can load this file from the demo properties screen, then save your changes. Earlier, we mentioned a number of possible demo scenarios. Each scenario consists of loading additional feature packs or demo packages for sites, assets, communities, forms, and apps. This is all happening from the add-on menu where you can download the latest demo assets and feature packs. So we're doing it for sites here. First we download the demo add-on, then the latest feature packs, which for site 6.1 contains the AEM screens preview. We are now ready to create our second demonstration environment following the same steps as before, except that we are now going to select the demo sites scenario and of course the 6.1 jar file, giving it the AEM 6.1 sites name for this new configuration. All right, so again, after a few minutes, we will end up with a new demonstration configuration. And if we log into it, we will be able to check that everything is configured as we expected. For instance, let's first check that AEM screens is there indeed. So we can see the feature pack being loaded properly with a couple of screens applications. Then we can go into sites and make sure that the connectivity to Adobe Analytics is functioning. If we switch to the list view for the Geometrics Outdoors website, we can see some of the metrics being presented here. And finally, if we go in the Tools area, one of the demo packages being installed is the branding wizard, and one can see it being accessible from here for quickly creating new demonstration sites. All right, so we're just going to stop this command. And by the way, everything we can do from the demo machine user interface can also be done from a terminal window using ant commands. See how I just stopped the running environment with one command here. So our final exercise for today will be to set up yet another environment for demonstrating the latest and greatest AEM Communities 6.1 features. In order to do that, we first need to download the latest feature packs for AEM Communities. And while we add it, there's actually an optional demonstration site with lots of video training content that we can download also to demo the enablement add-on features of AEM Communities. So we're just downloading this additional site here. And there's also some situations where you might need additional infrastructure to run your demos. Full-blown AEM Communities demos is one of them. For instance, demonstrating the enablement add-on requires a MySQL instance. And you might also want to use MongoDB to store your community content. So from this infrastructure menu, you can download and install all of them independently, or just use the all-in-one setup as we just did. That will take care of installing and configuring all this software. All right, let's try to create our new AEM Communities demo environment. In some cases, you might get some error or validation messages. And we're going to get one here. So please look at them carefully, and they should tell you about the nature of the problem. Here we have a message telling us that the AEM Communities demo requires some very specific hotfixes for 6.1. The good news is that from the demo machine, you can also download quickly all the required hotfixes from package share. So let's do it. Actually, we also need to tell the demo machine which feature packs and what functionality to use for AEM Communities. So first, we're going to enable the enablement add-on functionality, which we can set to true here. Then we're going to tell the system also to install this optional demonstration site that we previously downloaded. And finally, we're just going to tell the demo machine which of the feature packs to install, in this case 6.1 FP2. We can save our changes. and then try to run the configuration process again. We can select the demo communities scenario, selecting the 6.1.jar file, and then MSRP, as we do have Mongo for storing community content into a common store, accessible from the publish and from the author instances. Once the build is complete, and again this can take up to 20 to 30 minutes in some configuration, we'll be able to load into AEM to check the result of the demo configuration built with the AEM communities demonstration scenario. So let's log into AEM to check the results. So if we go under communities, we can see there 5 demonstration sites. And if we go under resources, some of the enablement / training content that was loaded with some videos for the public facing community, for instance. And if we access the reporting information for each of them, that's a good way to make sure that the connectivity to Adobe Analytics is functioning correctly, which we can see here. What we can also do maybe would be to check some of the demonstration sites on the publish instance. So this would be a public-facing community with some discussion forums, online groups, and a catalog of enablement content. So let's log as a community member here, and then maybe navigate to the assignments page, where we can see the training content that's been assigned to that user in particular. What we can do also maybe is to have a quick look at the optional demonstration site that we configured also. This one is more internal facing, contains a lot of training content about AEM 6.1 to begin with, and you can see that the content is being organized in learning path. This would be all the content you could look at for learning about AEM communities in 6.1. All right, let's wrap this up by just stopping the demonstration environment that we just created. As usual, selecting the name of the demonstration environment, then clicking on the stop button on the right hand side. All right, thank you for watching this introduction, and have fun with the demo machine.